That's a fascinating and pivotal moment in the Pacific theater of World War II. The story of the Marines' struggle against and eventual mastery of Japanese sniping tactics is a powerful narrative of adaptation under the most brutal conditions. Here is the complete story, tailored for an American audience, focusing on the historical details and the dramatic reversal of fortunes. The Shadow War, from prey to predator in the Pacific. The early campaigns of World War II in the Pacific, particularly the struggle for Guadalcanal in 1942, presented the U.S. Marines with an enemy unlike any they had encountered. It was a terrifying, deeply personal, and often invisible war waged by the Imperial Japanese Army's snipers. The Reign of the Invisible Killer, 1942. In the dense, suffocating jungle canopy, the Marines were the easy targets. The Japanese snipers were masters of camouflage and patience, disappearing into the undergrowth and lacing themselves into the high branches of banyan and palm trees. They employed a brutal, effective strategy: ghostly ambushes. The snipers utilized their superior knowledge of the terrain and specialized training to become virtually invisible. A Marine would suddenly fall, shot through the head or chest with no discernible muzzle flash or sound of a nearby weapon. The psychological toll was immense. Every rustle of leaves could mean death. The headshot rule. Japanese snipers rarely wasted a round. They focused on killing the officers and NCOs, non-commissioned officers, first, aiming to decapitate the unit's leadership and sow chaos. They also targeted radio operators, machine gunners, and corpsmen or medics, the personnel most critical to command, defense, and saving lives. The lure and trap. A common tactic was to deliberately wound a Marine. When his comrades rushed to help, the sniper would open fire again, often killing 2 or 3 additional rescuers. This became known as baiting the trap, and forced the Marines to adopt the painful policy of waiting until dark to retrieve their wounded, costing countless lives. Weaponry. The primary tool was the Type 97 or Type 99 Arisaka rifle, equipped with a low magnification, usually 2.5x, scope. The rifles were accurate and reliable, and the sniper's iron discipline in position and fire control made them lethal. The initial kill ratio was grotesquely skewed in the Japanese favor. The Marines were being picked off with near impunity, and their efforts to find the snipers often ended with more casualties. Frustration and fear mounted. Brutal adaptation. The birth of the counter-sniper, 1943-1945. The American response was not to retreat, but to brutally and systematically adapt, a process that involved innovation, training, and a grim determination to fight fire with fire. This shift began on islands like Bougainville and reached its peak in the final, climactic battles of Iwo Jima and Okinawa in 1945. Technological and tactical innovation. 1. The spotter sniper team. The Marines quickly realized that one man with a rifle wasn't enough. They organized into 2-man teams. The spotter, equipped with powerful binoculars or a telescope, he would watch for the subtlest signs of the enemy: a glint of light off a lens, an unnatural break in a tree line, or a puff of smoke. The sniper, armed with the newly deployed, highly accurate Springfield M1903A4, or later the M1 Garand modified for scoped use, was ready to fire instantly on command. The fire and sound technique. To locate an invisible sniper who had just fired, the Marines developed a systematic technique based on the shooter's sound and location. If a round was heard, the entire unit would freeze and try to triangulate the general direction of the sound. They would then spray the suspected area with overwhelming automatic fire, bars, and machine guns. The purpose wasn't necessarily to kill the sniper, but to force a reaction, a flinch, a shift in position, or a hurried retreat. A single moving leaf or a branch falling was enough to pinpoint the location. Counter-camouflage and detection. Marines began using trench periscopes, or mirrors on sticks, to peek over cover without exposing their heads, nullifying the Japanese focus on headshots. They would sometimes tie a helmet to a stick and raise it slightly above cover. A shot instantly gave away the sniper's precise location, allowing the counter-sniper team to kill him. This was a costly but highly effective tactic. The use of the M1 Garand semi-automatic fire also proved superior. While the Japanese had to cycle their bolt-action rifles, the American sniper could deliver a fast follow-up shot, crucial for ensuring a kill or silencing a position under pressure. The transformation, reversing the kill ratio. By 1945, the Marines had taken the sniper's playbook and flipped it. The new American counter-snipers were meticulously trained, patient, and most importantly, equipped with a superior understanding of jungle warfare and the enemy's psychology. The final battles became a duel of shadows where the Marines held the advantage. The Japanese, who had relied on their invisibility, were now being rooted out and silenced before they could inflict casualties. The original devastating kill ratio was not just equalized, it was completely reversed. By the end of the war, American counter-snipers had become so proficient that they routinely eliminated Japanese sniper threats early in a campaign, effectively blinding and demoralizing the Japanese defense. The terrifying psychological warfare the Japanese had initiated at Guadalcanal was turned back on them, ensuring that the final, bloody victory was achieved with significantly fewer American losses to the invisible enemy. The story of the counter-snipers is a profound illustration of the American military's ability to innovate and adapt under duress, transforming from the hunted into the ultimate predator in the Pacific jungle. Would you like me to focus on one specific battle, like Guadalcanal or Iwo Jima, to give you more tactical details about the counter-snapper actions?